Ashley here, and so actually I'm filming this early because I want to put this up Friday, but Friday I will be arriving in San Diego, California for Comic-Con. What? I'm super excited. This is my first Comic-Con. It's not my first convention, but it's my first Comic-Con, and I have like every half hour planned. I'm so excited. There are going to be a couple of booktubers are there, though I think their panel that they're doing is Thursday, so I won't actually be able to see it, but I'm hoping to get to some of the other YA literary panels. I'm bringing a couple books with me so I can maybe get them signed by the author. I'm so excited because I didn't realize that was such a huge part of Comic-Con. I'm so excited. But I'm hoping that this will be up Friday. What I'm talking about today, and what you might have seen a lot of booktubers talking about, is Booktube-a-thon, which takes place from July 24th to July 31st. It is a 7-day challenge. It's going to be my first challenge that I'm doing on Booktube. I'm a little nervous about it, mostly because on Monday, the 24th, I'm actually flying back from California to Brazil. So I don't know, maybe it's good because I'm gonna have a ton of time to read on the plane. So if I just don't watch any movies and I only read books, then I might actually finish some of these, so that would be really nice. But then Wednesday, the 25th, my boyfriend arrives. Wednesday is my birthday, so I guess he's a birthday present to myself, but it's gonna be hard to kind of read and really want to like sit down and just read when he's here and I haven't seen him I saw him just over a month ago, but still, I probably shouldn't totally ignore him and read books, though he is pretty used to it. So I don't know, maybe it won't be too bad. So I'm gonna try the 7 challenges, and I'll go over them here in a second and what I chose, but I have no idea if this is actually going to work at all. I don't know if I'm gonna complete 7. I'll be happy if I complete like 3. Because lately I've been reading a book a week, so even if I can read 3 books in a week, it'll be really exciting. If you want to learn more about Booktube-a-thon, I'm going to post the link to Ariel, I believe her name is. She's the one that hosts this every year. I'll post her link in the link for the video below. Let's talk about the challenges. So I will have you know, I think a lot of these books I could fit kind of in multiple categories. But I actually tried to pick one for each category. Number 1 is read a book with a person on the cover. I'm going with Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. So there's a body, see, and then like cloth, but it's like his brains, I guess, because I have seen the movie. Actually, I usually try to read the book before I watch the movie, but I actually watched this movie first. It's pretty small. It is based off of Romeo and Juliet, except Romeo is a zombie. And I love zombies. And I love Romeo and Juliet. And I like the movie. So I figured I'd read this. And it's thin. So I figure I can read it pretty quickly. I'm trying to do actual books and not graphic novels because I feel like that'd be cheating. Though if you do graphic novels, you are not cheating. There's still books and I still have a ton. But as a personal challenge, I want to try and read books. Challenge number 2 is read a hyped book. So I am reading Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. So I haven't read any of the Grisha series. In fact, I don't even own the 2nd book of this. I do own the 3rd. And I have both of the Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom right here. But this is the first one. I think this is the one that started it all, I feel like. And I've heard a ton about the Grishaverse and Leigh Bardugo, and she's actually gonna be at Comic-Con. So I might meet her and then read her books, which seems backwards. I really wanted to do it the other way around, but this challenge doesn't start until after Comic-Con, so I'll have to read it on the plane after I meet her. But I am really looking forward to this. I've heard a lot of really good things, and so I hope the hype is worth it because, I don't know. I usually like hyped books, but there's a couple I don't like, so we'll see. But I'm hopeful for this one, especially because I have almost all the rest of them. Reading challenge number 3 is read a book in a day. So I'm going with The Leaf Reader. This is the book from last month's LitJoy. So the June LitJoy. This is the book that was in it. It's pretty short, so I really hope that I can fly through it, and I really like the broken teacup on the cover. So I'm gonna try to read this in one day. I'm usually pretty good about reading in one day, but sometimes you don't click with a book and then you're kind of stuck. So let's hope I can do it. So reading challenge number 4 is read a book about a character that is very different from you. And I am going with The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, which I feel like a lot of people have picked for a lot of different challenges, and I think this could go in almost all of the challenges. It's pretty long. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to read it in a day, but I've heard really good things about this book, and I'm like constantly waiting to read this. So I'm super excited about this book. And obviously I am not African American, so while I try to understand as much as I can about the Black Lives Matter movement and what I can do to be an ally to African Americans and those that are not privileged, such as myself, especially by my race. I can't wait to read more because I don't feel like I have many African American or Black or even brown characters that are the lead characters in books I read. The 5th challenge is read a book completely out of doors. I have no idea where I'm going to do that. Well, okay, I have an idea. Hopefully it technically counts it out of doors. It is my balcony. I'm setting it up. I have some chairs. It's pretty nice, has a really good view. I'm going to go with that because otherwise I have no idea where I'd go. But anyway, I'm going to read the beginning of everything. Everyone gets a tragedy. Everyone gets a tragedy. Jesus. Everyone Gets a Tragedy by Robin Sugar. I picked this up because Book Outlet was having a contemporary YA sale, and I like the cover because I like roller coasters, basically, and it sounded fairly interesting. So it's about a boy who's supposed to be homecoming king, and then he gets in a car accident, and his girlfriend cheats on him, and he falls in love with the new girl, basically. So I hope it's really cheesy and romantic and cute, and that I like it. Reading challenge number 6 is read a book that you bought because of the cover. And I am going to go with Shades of Darkness by A.R. Collar. I have no idea what it's about, but I think that looks really cool. It's like crows, because they have to do with something, but then it's like watery, and I think that's a really cool cover. It's like smudged. So I literally have no idea what this is about. Something about escaping crows. I think there's magic. Or she transforms into a crow. I don't know, we'll see. Also looks pretty short, which is what the theme is, except for The Hate You Give, and maybe Shadow and Bone with this reading challenge. Reading challenge number 7, and the last one, is, of course, read 7 books. So for this one, my final one, I went with The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. Reading it because of a Facebook group I'm in, which I'll link below. It has monthly reading, like book clubs, and this is what was chosen for this month. And so I'd like to read it so that I can talk with people about it. It looks really long, and apparently the world is really in depth. I've heard kind of mixed things about it, so I really hope that I can get into it and I can finish it. I think this one might be the hardest one that's gonna be for me to finish this challenge. So that's all my books right here. All my books. We'll see if I can get through any of these. I'm really hoping I can crank out like 3 of them during my flight, especially because I'm flying a lot during the day, so I can try and read some of those, especially before my boyfriend arrives. So I'm hoping I even post a video on Monday. I might do one, I guess, for the book challenge on Monday about whatever, that was a good catch, whatever book I've been reading, but it might be done on my iPhone in the airport while I'm waiting to transfer flights, so we'll see. Anyway, let me know what you're reading below. Link your videos if you have some, and hopefully you're participating in Booktube-a-thon, and good luck. Bye.